Welcome back to Old School Sports and our Tennis Manager 2021 playthrough. We are in early April at the start of the clay court season, and both Maxime Cressy and Stefan Kozlov have moved up in the rankings thus far this season. They're both going to be playing in clay court tournaments as we kick off the clay court season. Hopefully they can continue to each progress in the rankings, and towards the end of clay court season, would love to see Maxime be able to win at least one, if not possibly two rounds in the French Open. So a disappointing second week to the season for the clay season with Maxime, with a loss at the U.S. Clay Court Championship. And Stefan Kozlov now just lost in the Open Barletta in the round of 32. So not a great start to the season for us so far. Last week, Maxime won one round in an 80 level event and then got bounced in the second round. So a little bit of a disappointing start to the season for both players. But that's okay. There's still many weeks of clay court action ahead of them, and they are improving their capabilities on the clay court with each tournament that they play in. Kind of a slow start to the early stages of the clay court season for both players. You can see Kozlov's latest results. He made it to the round of 16 in Tallahassee, and then only the round of 32 in Ostrava. Both of them ATP Pro 80 level events. So his ranking has actually slipped a little bit over the last couple of weeks. And same thing with Maxime, although he's up from last week. He has slipped a little bit also. Made it to the semifinals of the Sarasota Open, which was a 100 level event, and the quarterfinals of the Santo Domingo Open, a 125 level event. But at this point, need kind of better results than that to be moving up in the rankings. Fortunately, we may be poised to do some of that. The Rome Masters is this week. We did not get into by virtue of our ranking, but we did just successfully qualify, winning 2 matches in a row to get into the main draw of the Rome Masters. So hopefully that will give Maxime an opportunity to begin the main draw there next week, and maybe get a couple of match victories to earn some money and get some all-important ranking points. And I guess for a premier event like the Rome Masters, it's not a horrible draw for Maxime. Got Benoit Paire, certainly higher rated than we are. You can see that we were a qualifier. But it's a maximum 64 player tournament, and you can see that there's a few buys. So if we get the win here, get into the round of 32, and getting to the round of 32 at a Masters level event has been one of our key goals, one of the things that we really want to achieve this year. You can see that we did lose our only previous match against Benoit, the 33-year-old veteran ranked in the top 50 in the world. Going to need high return intensity to be able to move past him. Maxime's enthusiastic. Hey, today's your day. You're not the favorite, but I feel something, Maxime. So this will be a really big match for Maxime's career. If we can get past it and get into the round of 32 in a Masters level event, will be good for our rankings, will be good for our goals, and will be good for our finances. But as you can see, we lost the first set 6-3, got broken obviously. Need to do more on Benoit's second serve. We're already as intense as we can possibly be. Strike back, Maxime. The match is not over. We are on serve in the early stages here of the second set. Oh, we just got a break. And then we let him break right back. Come on. Into the tiebreaker. And we fall. So we had our chances there. So a disappointing 3-6, 6-7 loss for Maxime to Benoit. Not what we were looking for. Maxime is angry. That's not serious. You can explain some tough training sessions. So we are going to get back to the training with Maxime for the rest of the week. Did earn a little bit of money for the academy. You can see we're down to just barely over 50 million even with that, and we're running a deficit of $36 million or 36,000 in expenses a month. So we need to be earning some money to make sure that we don't have to go to the board and ask them to get us out of a negative situation, which would not be good for our trust with our board members. It's been a busy week. Once again, Maxime lost in a first round of a 250 level event, so spent most of the past week training at the academy. Kozlov trained at the academy entirely this week. But importantly, the upgrade of our youth and scouting center is complete. So one move in the right direction gives us basic support structures for youth and scouting. You can see if we do the next grade up, we will unlock 2 scout spots, but with only 57,500 balance, we can't afford to be doing any of these upgrades right now. Wanted to make this challenging by starting at the bottom, and certainly has been. But in terms of being able to take a big step forward and maybe perhaps earn some more money for us, we are at the French Open, and Maxime is ready to begin. You can see, not shocking, that Rafa Nadal is the first seeded player in the world and number 1 seed at the tournament. We got a tough match against the 24th seed John Milliman, but Maxime is going to do his best to win that. And then if you look at the potential draw, not that we can really look past someone who is such a premier player, but decent chance of perhaps getting into the round of 32 if we can win this match against Milliman today. But it's going to definitely be an easy one, or not be an easy one. 32-year-old, 26th ranked in the world, as we mentioned, have not faced him head-to-head before, need high return intensity. We are going to go full intensity on everything. Maxime is determined. You're going to need to be 100%, and that pumped him up. So let's go and see what Maxime can do against Milliman here at the first round of the French Open, Roland Garros. And Maxime's been broken early by Milliman, so that's not optimal. Lost the first set quite easily, unfortunately. Zero risk right now. You're the underdog. Put everything into it, Maxime. And we've lost another early break, second early break. Oh, that was an ugly set. So we are down to 3-1. Fortunately for us, it's a Grand Slam tournament, so he needs to beat us in 3 sets. But we've got a lot of work to do to recover from this. Maxime is pumped, though. You've got everything in your hands to bounce back, Maxime. Let's see a comeback for the ages. We're still on serve here midway through the 3rd set. And then we got broke late. So played much better in the 3rd set than we did in the first 2, but the result was still ultimately the same. Maxime is stressed. It's a defeat that will make you grow up, Maxime. So we are midway through the Grand Slam season now. You can see the almost 13,000 that we earned has got us close to even for the month, but we're still going to be down a few $1,000s because it's May 30th, so we're not going to be earning anything else. Disappointing result to close out the clay court season for Maxime. We'll see what Stefan can do over his remainder of the tournaments, and then see where things stand. But it's been a bit disappointing of a season for us. As I mentioned, halfway through the Grand Slams, and Maxime got bounced in the first round at both Australia and here at the French Open, so hopefully can turn it around later in the year at Wimbledon coming up in about a month, and then the US Open, and hopefully get some Grand Slam victories under his belt also. And Sasha also bounced early. He was in the Vincenza Open this week, so a disappointing result for us. That was an 80-level event, but certainly a full draw with the round of 64. No bye to the round of 32 for Kozlov. So it's been a relatively rough clay court season for us, but it's not quite over yet. Well, we're at the end of the month, 31st of May, and you can see that we now have reached level 2 for the Youth and Scouting Center, so good to have that completed. Hopefully we can keep our balance above 0 before the end of the season, and the goal would be to hopefully keep all of our players, but as long as we only lose one of them, then we will be in good shape with the board at the end of this season, and hopefully getting more money infused into the academy to continue building our capabilities. Well, we're now in the final week of the clay court season. Maxime obviously back at the academy given his loss in the first round of the French Open. And Stefan is also back at the academy training, so hopefully they are both improving their skills to set themselves up to be more successful in the brief grass court season that we have coming up than they were in this clay court season, because both players have taken a step backwards in the rankings, as we will see shortly. No, I refuse to do your interview. No, I have not seen the documentary about Patrick Mouratoglou, and I don't know who it is. And I'm not going to look it up. Sorry. A little salty because we've had a difficult period, and we can see that here as we move forward. But Maxime, with a good week of training, moved up in terms of his backhand power and made a little more progress in his backhand accuracy and serve accuracy. Stefan also progressed role. You can see serve accuracy getting close to a level 11 on that. His power still moving in the right direction, and his drop shot getting a little better too. But for the clay season, Maxime dropped 15 spots in the rankings, so definitely not great. We need to be in the top 70 in the world at the end of this season, which is one of his primary goals. Certainly achievable for us, but you can see our record in clay court season was 8-7. A lot of 1 win, 1 loss, and kind of getting knocked out of the tournament. So that was not optimal. And Stefan, also very similar. You can see he fell back a little bit in the rankings. Our goal is just to get into the top 300 with him this year. Still absolutely achievable, but also a weaker season for him than the first hard court season, as he was only 6-6 in the 6 tournaments that he played. So we are going to head into grass court season now. We're going to do it all in one episode here with clay court season, since the grass court season is so short. So the goal obviously is to have Maxime win at least 1 round in Wimbledon, and preferably 2 or more. Well, thus far, the first week of grass court season is off to a better start for both Maxime and Stefan. You can see here Maxime in the quarterfinals of the Nottingham Open just won in straight sets against Pablo Cuevas. We would expect Maxime to be doing better in the grass court season than the clay court season, given that he's got a huge serve. So we are now on to the semifinals against Guido Pella, while Stefan is also in the semifinals at the Huelva tournament. So Maxime is the 4th seed, and you can see Pella's ranked 158th in the world, and potentially have Berankis in the finals, but we've got to get by Pella first before that'll become an issue. We have beat him. We're 1-0 against him head-to-head. Let's see if we can make it 2-0 against the 32-year-old. Would be nice to get the grass court season off to a really good start, with it at the very least an appearance in the finals if we can win this after our rankings slipped a bit back in the clay court season. We're down an early break, unfortunately, and not the prettiest first set for Maxime. Hopefully we can turn things around here in the second set. Give it all you've got, Maxime, and make me proud. Still on serve here midway through the 3rd set. Oh, we just got broke late. So disappointing to fall in the semifinals, but at least we did get 3 wins before that match. Got a little more rest, a little more experience on the grass. Disappointing to not make it into the finals. But it is what it is. We're not going to go to the press conference. Sorry there, Daisy. And you can see Kozlov has made it into the finals of the Huelva 20 level event, which is great for him. Normally he has another coach, but we will get the option. Oh, I guess we didn't get the option to coach him. He lost. He lost in the finals, which was not a bad result, but not a great result. 20 level event, you'd obviously want to win. But 1 week into grass court season, and at least both of our players got a good amount of practice and experience on the grass, which will hopefully help position them well for the next few weeks as Maxime gets ready for Wimbledon, and Stefan looks to perform better and pick up some more points for himself as well. Grass season has been relatively uneventful. You can see that Stefan made it to the final and then lost at the round of 32, and then took a week off to train at our facility before going to the Ludwigshafen Open this week. Maxime made the semifinal in Nottingham, and then a less impressive result, losing his first match at a 250 level before training for the past week to get ready for Wimbledon. Maxime only has the one tournament victory this year at an 80 level event. You can see his ranking is outside of the top 70, which is where we want to get this season. Definitely achievable with one or two good results in a tournament. Wimbledon is as good a time as any for hopefully more strong results for Maxime to start occurring. We did hire a relatively high-powered agent last off-season. You can see when we're looking at our folks here, level 3 out of 9. I say that's relatively high-powered because our previous agent was only 1 out of 9 level. But would like him to hopefully find some opportunity for Maxime to maybe get some new endorsement contracts and bring a little money to the academy, because we are teetering on the balance of being below zero, in which case the board is going to need to infuse us with some capital. So that will not be a popular move and will not make us look good to the board. So Maxime winning a match or two at Wimbledon would be great for the academy's finances. But even more importantly than that, maybe getting some contracts from our agents would help us going forward. So Maxime's first match at Wimbledon is going to be against Tennis Sandgren, fellow American, ranked very similarly on the circuit right now. If we're lucky enough to win, probably most likely we'll be facing Wawrinka in the second round, so a potential tough matchup. But right now we would just be happy to get into the second round at a Grand Slam event after losing in the first round at both Australia and the French Open earlier this year. So we have been focused on this. Grass court is where Maxime, with his powerful serve, should be particularly effective. So let's hope that we can do some damage here at Wimbledon. We traded breaks early, and now we are down a break again, and that ended up costing us. So the first set, 6-4 loser, won 10 points less than Sandgren in that first set. So plenty of room for improvement as we get into the second set. And now we're up an early break, which is helpful. Good bounce back to get that second set with a 6-3 win. Sandgren will be starting out with the serve in the third set here, but we have evened things out, and hopefully we can get this third set. We are up an early break, which is great. Up another break, but he just broke us back, but we still held on to win the third set 6-4. So just one set away from a victory in a Grand Slam tournament for Maxime, which would be great. Keep it up, Maxime. He's pumped. Hopefully we can do this. And we up an early break, up 2 breaks. Let him break back once. We're still hanging on, and we did it. 4-6, 6-3, 6-4, 6-4. We are in to the second round at Wimbledon. So a big victory for Maxime. Well done. But we've got a big, tough match ahead of us, and we'll find out who it's going to be against. It is going to be against Wawrinka. You can see that Kozlov won his first match at the Ludwigshafen Open, and he just won his second match there. So a good week so far. Obviously a tough match ahead against Stan Wawrinka. Not what he used to be, certainly older than he was back in the day. You can see 37 years old for the Swiss star, but still ranked 16th in the world. Going to be a huge match for Maxime's career. He's determined. You can definitely enter the big leagues with a win today, Maxime, and that pumped him up. So we are definitely not going to be favored by the bettors, but we've got a puncher's chance with Maxime's big serve. Ooh, we just got broke early in the first set. And it cost us as we lost that first set 6-3, but we lost the first set, and we also won 11 points less than Wawrinka. I believe in the first set last time we won 10 points less, so we've shown that we can turn these things around. Right now you're letting too many easy points slip away, Maxime. Hopefully you can change that. On serve here early in the second set. We just got a break. So we bounced back, won the second set 6-4. It says we should take less risk, not give away as many points to Wawrinka. I don't know if we can encourage him to don't take any risks. We're going to have to take some risks against a higher rated player. You're doing great. Keep pushing, Maxime. Down an early break, unfortunately, here in the third set. Looks like that will probably cost us. Ooh, and he broke us again. I guess the only benefit is that we will be on serve as we go into the fourth set. You've got all the keys to reverse this, Maxime. Go out there. You're younger than Wawrinka. But we're down an early break. Oh, down 2 early breaks. We broke back once. But it is over. So a 3-6, 6-4, 2-6, 3-6 defeat for Maxime in the second round here at Wimbledon. Still marked progress for us in that we've won a Grand Slam match now this season. Unfortunately, Stefan Kozlov also just ended his run in the round of 16 at the Ludwigshafen Open. So we got some early wins this week. Ended up not being as good as we had hoped. Did earn $20,000 with our cut of 16% of Maxime's prize money. So that gives a little boost to our account balance here. Keeps us from getting to zero a little bit earlier. So we are in the final week of the grass season. Maxime, after losing in Wimbledon, is back at the academy. You can see Stefan Kozlov got a bye in the first round of the 80 level event that he's playing. Did win his first match in the round of 32. Won his second match in the round of 16, so good progress from Kozlov. Keep it going. Kozlov's made it to the quarterfinals of that 80 level event. Into the won in the semis, so Kozlov with a great finish to the season, moving up and making it to the finals at the very least in that 80 level event is going to be huge for his rankings. Just a great ending to the grass season for us at the Chicago Open for him. I will attend and coach Sasha in place of his regular coach. So let's see who he is up against. Sasha is the 11th seed in the tournament, 328th in the world, and you can see that the third seed, Tim van Richthoven, is his opponent. So we are the underdogs, but just getting to the finals of an 80 level event is going to be very big for Sasha's ranking, and hopefully we can help him get over the hump here and get a big victory, which this would be huge if we're able to get a victory. It's big enough that we're also going to at least get the 45 points associated with making it to the finals. He's stressed out. Hey, You've mastered our game plan. Relax. Kozlov, a very different player than Maxime. Maxime has got the powerful serve. Kozlov is not as highly regarded yet, more of a consistent baseliner. We've been working on trying to improve his serve. Regardless, he won the first set 6-4. He's struggling when his opponent attacks, needs to take control of the match. We're going to up our intensity on key points, hopefully get out of here. You're ahead of him. Stay on the same level of intensity, Sasha. On serve here in the early stages of the second set. Oh, we just got broke. So we will be serving. I'm going to raise our level of intensity on everything here for the final set. Leave it all out there. On serve early. We just got a break. Oh, he broke us back. But we got another break. And Sasha, or what? Sorry. You can see, apologies, I've probably been calling him Sasha the whole time, thinking of Sasha Kozlov, the old hockey player. But Stefan Kozlov, a 6-4, 3-6, 6-3 winner at the 80-level Chicago Open. Stefan is pumped. You can deserve it. You can be proud of yourself, Stefan. I am not going to do an interview. Not much money at that level of event, even though we get 50% or just over 50% of Sasha's winnings, but it's better than nothing. So a great end to the grass season for Stefan Kozlov, as you can see. Played in 4 events, and his record was 12-3 with that victory at the 80-level tournament. He's only improved to 327th in the world right now. I think once that tournament goes through in the next day or two, his ranking is going to jump dramatically with a win in the 80-level event. Maxime, you can see we did move up 5 spots in the rankings with him, more of a mixed result. He went 4-3 in the 3 tournaments that he played, did win $139,000, primarily with his winnings at Wimbledon, though. So that is it for clay court and grass court season. We will be back in our next episode to get into the second hard court season and start hopefully certainly pointing Maxime towards the US Open, and who knows, maybe pointing Stefan towards potentially trying to qualify for the US Open. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.